Good evening, Govina.
Good evening, Pratyush.
So, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm also fine. So, how is the life at campus?
Life is pretty good. Yeah, everything is fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, let's start.
Yes, yes.
So, can you give a brief intro about your college, your BTech, how did you get here, and all?
So I have completed my BTech from Lovely Professional University, Jalandhar, from CS branch. So at the end of the last year, approximately the seventh semester, so I started preparing for GATE examinations. I got 48 numbers in GATE examinations. By that I got some colleges like NIT Lucknow and that. And after that I have given BITS HD exam. In that I have qualified in the first iteration for BITS Pilani campus. So this is how I got to BITS Pilani.
So, you got via BITS HD or that gate?
Yeah, I have got here in BITS Pilani through BITS HD exams.
Okay.
And I got a computer science branch here.
So, did you prepare by yourself or took some coaching?
So I haven't took any coaching but I have taken help from regular course. So that was most about my portion and some from the standard books I have prepared. So it was mostly self-preparation.
Nice. So, can you tell the minimum eligibility criteria for your company?
For my company, the CGPA for BITS Planning College is 6.5. The cutoff is 6.5.
So, what was the placement process for Sigmoid? Like, what were the rounds, and can you describe them?
So the first round was an online assessment. It consists of 40 MCQs question. It was basically based on the major subjects like operating system, computer networks, DBMS, and some aptitude questions. And there was one coding question also to get the maximum frequency of the element with the maximum frequency in the array. This was one coding question, and there was another coding question. Okay, yeah, it was I think related to linked list.
Okay.
So after that, after getting selected to that, there were two rounds, two technical interviews and one HR interview.
So in the written exam, the level of the questions was similar to GATE, or can you?
Yeah, if you have prepared well for the GATE examination, that was sufficient for this aptitude question, the questions of MCQs question.
Okay. So as you told, there were two interviews and one managerial interview. So can you describe each round?
Yeah. So
and how many people were selected by first round?
So after the first round, there were 5 people from all campus of BITS.
Okay.
So after after the first round, there were 2 people who were eliminated. And after the second round, also 2 people were eliminated. So I was the only one who was selected in Sigmoid after all the 3 rounds. So yeah, first round consists of the interviewer asked me about the basic information, the basic introduction about me, the background, and about my projects. So this was about the first round, and there were one coding question which is about which is spiral traversing matrix in a spiral form. So it was a standard question, and I have done it previously. So it took some time, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. So and yeah, this was most about the first interview. And in the second interview, it was a long one. It went for 40 to 50 minutes. So there were two questions. There were also a standard question, but they were good questions. First one is number of islands. It is a graph problem. So initially I have given her the DFS approach, the depth first approach. Then she also asked me about the BFS approach. So I tried to come with the BFS approach, and yeah, ultimately I was little I fumbled there a little bit, but ultimately I came to BFS approach also. Then the second question was a string based question. In that I have to remove all the characters which have more than one number of frequency. So if there are more than one character of a alphabet, then I have to remove all the other characters and place the string such that only one character of each alphabet should be there. So remove the duplicates in the string. That was basically this is also a standard question. So the questions were pretty normal. And she also asked me about some basic OOPS concept like polymorphism, inheritance. So yeah, this is about the second interview, and the last round was HR. So he didn't ask much. He asked about my introduction, the language I prefer, what are the languages I know. I tell about that I mostly code in C++. So he asked me about Java also, C++ and Java also, and asked me to study Java.
Okay.
So yeah, and then some generalized question that are you comfortable to move to Bangalore, and the job hours, the working hours in Sigmoid company is 11 to 6. So are you comfortable at that time? So these basic questions. And after that, I got the code.
So for the coding questions, was there any preference for a particular language, or can you code in any language?
No, I can code in any language.
Okay.
And there were no preferences as such.
Okay, okay. So in the technical round, was there any system design question also?
No, in Sigmoid there was no system design question as such.
Okay. And what was the role of it?
Role is Associate Software Development Engineer.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how did you prepare for rest of the subjects like computer networks, DBMS, OS, and all?
So this was pretty much my gate preparation. So I have just revised my subject. I have my notes of gate preparation.
Okay.
So what I have got Ravindra Babu Ravula videos. So I have completed the notes by seeing his videos and some from gatevidyalaya.com. There are sites like Gate Overflow and Gate Vidyalaya. So I have my notes of these subjects during my times of preparation for gate examination. So I revised these subjects. And apart from this subject, I have studied about the OOPS concept. It is also one of the major part of the preparation. So one should prepare for the OOPS concept, the basic 4 pillars of OOPS. And yeah, then some any site you can get and top 100 and 150 interview questions and then try to code them.
So how did you specifically prepare for coding, like data structures and all?
So I've been doing lead code from the last 6 months before the preparation. So I have done around 200 to 250 questions, and at last I have from the lead code only I got the mostly asked 150 questions, and I have practiced that also. Given some tests on hacker ranks and these type of platforms to get used to the online assessment and mock interviews with some friends. That's most about my preparation for coding.
Did you follow any specific site for mock interviews or something like that?
For mock interviews, my friends used to help me. So they have taken my mock interviews. I haven't given on any site the face-to-face interview, but interviews like online assessment. Because what happens in online assessment, when you do coding by yourself, there is plenty of time. You can complete a question in an hour, also 45 minutes. But mostly in companies, we are given the 3 questions and then to complete in an hour. So many sites like leetcode.com and HackerRank, CodeChef, they offer these mock online assessments which have the same kind of environment that we have to complete 2 or 3 questions in a given set of time. So I used to practice out there, so to get comfortable for online assessments. Yeah.
So can you give some message for the viewers who want to get into Sigmoid?
So message is just prepare well for the subjects and do some coding for 2 to 3 months. The basic standard question. If you search for any sheet, there are lots of sheets available on the internet. Like mostly asked interview questions, 200 to 250 questions from all the basic data structures like arrays, string, linked list, hash maps. Hash maps are important. Binary search is important. And little bit of dynamic programming, graph. So these, if you complete all the data structures, even 10 questions of each data structure are sufficient. Just get the feel of all the data structures. Yeah, this is most about it.
So congratulations, Anurag,
Thank you,
and all the best for the future.
Thank you so much.